Good morning, you guys, and welcome to term 4. Excuse my low energy this week. It sort of hit me that we will not be going back to school, at least to the physical facility this year, and we will be continuing online learning. Not only that, but we are in our homes-ish until May 18th now. I'm a little bit bummed. I'm feeling a little bit low this week, and I'm sure you can relate. But of course, I'm here just to give you an overview of what to expect this week. So this is term 4, week 1. All right, for U.S. History 2, it's quite simple. You guys had started reading chapter 24 and answering the questions, and it was my understanding that during a week's time, you're able to get through 2 sections and 2 of the questions, which means you just have a couple of sections to go in chapter 24. And it's a really fascinating one, of course, because we are getting into World War II, something I've wanted to do all year long. And of course, we're doing it online now because it's so interesting. Just read chapter 24, the end of chapter 24 this week, and finish the questions. I still would like for you to do the enrichment journal. All it is jotting down your thoughts and feelings during this time. For history, you guys, I just wanted to go over a couple of things before you continue on with chapter 24. There are some things that you need to pay attention to, I think, not just for history class, but in life in general. So at the beginning of chapter 4, they talk about some dictators that arose during this time period. You have Stalin, Hitler, Mussolini. It's important to note that dictators arise often when there's extreme circumstances that allow for a kind of hero to swoop in and save the day. Now, when there's a hero that comes in and rescues people out of a terrible situation or seems to know exactly what he's or she's doing, often the inclination is to say, here, take the reins, take over. And that is a slippery slope, which leads to other things, because humans are fallible. Humans make mistakes, and they certainly do not have perfect judgment. And we've talked about this before, often power corrupts. Even today, we have to be careful. There are certain leaders that people are really loving right now, and that can do no wrong. So even though our human inclination is to feel grateful and want to have certain leaders just take it over and take care of us, we have to be watchful and very cautious of that, because out of difficulty sometimes comes people who will take advantage. Of course, the biggest name in this chapter is Hitler, and Mein Kampf, also called My Struggle, was Hitler's book about Nazism and his beliefs. The other thing is too that with all the things happening in the world, the United States at this time wanted to stay isolated. They did not want to be part of any of the problems that were going on overseas. They really didn't want to have anything to do with them. Due to the fact that the Americans wanted nothing to do really with those problems overseas, that explains their hesitation in getting involved in World War II, which they were very late to the party on that, because they just didn't want to get involved in another war, and their hesitation was a long one. So Hitler and Germany, they just started invading everywhere. Austria, Poland, they went up against Britain and France. Section 2 just sort of outlines the progression of Germany starting to branch out and bully the rest of Europe. Section 3, which you'll be getting into this week, just touches on the Holocaust. It's pretty intense. I want you to understand there's a lot more to it other than what's in the textbook. Feel free to do your own research. Share with me your reactions. Section 4 talks about how America got into the war. That just gives you a little bit of what you're going to be reading, what you hopefully have read in sections 1 and 2, and what you're going to be reading in sections 3 and 4 this week. So please read the rest of chapter 24, answer all of the questions, and that'll be it for your work this week, okay? So take care, you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.